Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It's time for your reading. My name is Kelly. I'll be doing the read, so let's get into it. And by the way, you guys, I noticed too, the last few readings I've been doing have been very quite similar, and I know some of you have noticed that. It's just because, especially with runes, it's not so much with tarot, but with runes, it's the primal energy, okay? And it doesn't change really fast. Sometimes it does, but usually it doesn't. So when I do daily readings, quite often some of the readings will, kind of merge into each other and they kind of sound like the same, even though the runes are different. Yeah. So anyway, that's why. So what's going on with Pisces? Canaz. So Canaz is in reverse. So something's in the dark here, Pisces. Canaz is the torch. So, when it's in the upright, it's bright and you can see things just clearly, but yeah, it's in reverse. So there's something here that is in the dark, or either that or maybe blurred vision, kind of dimmed light. The blank rune. Okay, so the blank rune represents two different things, Pisces. It represents fate. That's one of the things it represents. Another thing it represents is the unknown. So, and when I see it here next to Canaz, which means darkness, because it's in reverse, and it's next to the blank rune here, I'm just thinking it's something that you don't see because, like I said, darkness, blank rune, something you don't see. But at the same time, it's some kind of fate. What's going on with Pisces? Uruz. So this is very positive, Pisces. This is our strength. I know that, a lot of us have been going through some sort of, feeling of something unknown coming to us. And it's been kind of hard to be strong through this for some of us. But, this is good. I mean, it's strength. It's not necessarily always physical strength, it's usually resilience, strength from within. And we've been strong, from within so far. And, here getting closer to the fire horse year, it's getting a little bit, for some of us, and I just say some of us, it's getting more intense. Okay. So what else is going on with Pisces? Laguz. So, Laguz it means a couple of things. It means flowing water, and it's usually very, very clear flowing water, clear water. You can see to the bottom of it. Or a clear pond, or a clear lake, or, the deep ocean. But, when Laguz is in reverse, it's talking about, you know, very, very, very deep water. It's either that, I mean, I could describe it another way. I could describe it as you know, a muddy river. You know, it could be a muddy river. You, the point that I'm making here is you can't see to the bottom. That's my main point. And so it's very, very vital that you're using your intuition. See, like I said, darkness. If you're looking straight into the ocean, even if it's nice and calm, you're not going to be able to see the bottom of it. You're just not. It's going to look all black. So it's very important that you use your intuition. What else? Sowilo. So Sowilo is the sun, Pisces. It's the sun. And you know, this is really good news because whatever here has been in the dark is definitely going to come to light, and you're going to be able to see exactly what the heck is going on. So get ready, because, you know, this is going to require a little bit of strength on our part. What else is going on with Pisces? Nathis. Nathis. So Nathis is like a hardship or a lacking of. It's also talking about you know, some sort of friction. Yeah. What else is going on with Pisces? He was. My apologies, Pisces, if you guys can hear that noise in the background. Sounds like the building next door has got broke into and their alarm is going off. So I don't know what the deal is. I hope you don't hear that, but this is talking about some sort of a partnership, or either that, or, you know, I don't really feel that this is much of a partnership in this reading. This could be talking about movement. That's what I'm thinking. Movement. Could be dealing with somebody with Capricorn in their chart as well. I'm looking at Capricorn, Aquarius. What else? Kenaz in reverse again. Okay, well, this is on this person over here. It's something about in the dark. This person's trying to move forward. All right, but you see these two conflicting runes next to it. This person is not aligned. This person isn't aligned enough to move forward. This person cannot. They want to move forward, but they cannot. They're limited. They're limited by something here with Nathis. So they basically, you know, they could be hiding something. They could be trying to move forward, you know, in the dark. Yeah, they could be trying to move forward in the dark. Trying to hide. Interesting. And they're not moving forward very quickly. They're trying to move forward Uh, and this Kanaz right here is talking about they're trying to move forward in the dark. They're trying to hide something. There's something here they don't want the public to see. What else? The Blank Rune. Fate again. I mean, this is some sort of unknown fate, Pisces. I feel it's something really big. Not really too sure exactly what it is, but I feel that it is definitely something big. I don't feel that this person over here that is in your energy is in alignment whatsoever with anything towards you whatsoever. I feel that they're trying to I feel like they're trying to move in the dark. Let's pull a tarot card on that. The snake. Yeah, this person could be a snake. They could be keeping something from you. They could be keeping some sort of a secret. You know, I don't know. The thing about the snake here is too, you know, I feel that, you know, something could be, they could be shedding some sort of skin or something. Yeah, they could be shedding some old skin, and it's very difficult for them to be able to deal with it. And they're trying to move away in the dark, but you know, I see the sun right over here. Yeah. The rats at the bottom of the deck, I feel like they're being eroded. I feel like this person is feeling like they're being eroded. Yeah, this person is definitely trying to move out, but they can't. They're kind of like restricted. This person is definitely restricted. Interesting. Huh. What's going on with us? We've got some sort of unknown fate here, so let's see what's going on with this unknown fate. Well, you got the bear. The bear. You know, the bear reminds me of Uruz over here. You know, the bear is strong. This is strength. That's for sure. What else? The tower. The tower. I got to get another card on this. And the garden. Now, how interesting is that? The garden. So, Pisces, you know, what I see here is I see that, you know, the tower and the bear, you know, put together points to some sort of either some sort of a boss or it could be a boss. It could be like, or some sort of a legal government agency. It could be something to do with the government or some sort of legal structure. This could be somebody, you know, on your side about some sort of legal matter. That's for sure. And with the bear here and Uruz, it suggests, it definitely suggests, you know, strength. You're going to have the strength to pull through this, whatever this is. But there could be somebody in position here who may be overbearing. So watch out for somebody that may be overbearing. But all in all, man, with the garden there, That's really good, especially when I see the sun right here. You see Sowilo right here, the sun shining over the garden. Um, yeah. So, you know, I feel that this is a really, really good omen here. I really do. And whatever this resolution here that you're trying to seek, it's not going to be it's not going to be it's not going to be private. See, this person's trying to move away and try to keep something secret, but whatever this outcome is, it's not gonna it's definitely not gonna be private. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a public win for you, Pisces. A public win, especially with the sun right there. Yeah. So, you know, like I say, Pisces, right now we're in a waiting period, okay? I've said this over and over again. It's because the energy doesn't really change all that too quickly. But you know, stop overthinking, okay? Stop overthinking. You could be just straight up overthinking things, all right? Yeah. As long as you're using your intuition, you know, things are going to be fine. Whoever this person is, you know, on the only positive thing that I see about the snake is that, you know, they're shedding an old version of themselves and becoming something new. They're transforming. And it's not really easy for them, that's for sure. It definitely is not an easy thing. This person is going through some sort of they're being restricted in some sort of fashion, way, or shape, or form. Yeah. So let's get one of these cards here too. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change, Pisces. It's coming, okay? Just be patient. And I hate to keep saying that over and over again. It really kind of sucks. But it's just the way the energy moves, you know, especially with runes. What's going on with Pisces? Ifin. Ifin. Wow, I like Ifin. Ifin is the gooseberry tree. It's the pine or the gooseberry tree. See, check him out. He's like picking the gooseberry trees. Have you ever had gooseberry jam? It's really, really good. So that's a very good card there. Let's get one more. These are called the Awarm runes, by the way, and they're from Ireland and Scotland. Okay, before it was Ireland and Scotland. And Beth is, I think we got Bea yesterday. This is like joyful new beginnings. This is another good example of how these runes work, Pisces. They, you know, the energy doesn't shift really quickly like tarot cards, like regular tarot cards. I'm using these cards here, but I'm using them in conjunction with the runes. So that's why. Ifin is thorn. This means thorn or spine. But it is the pine or the gooseberry tree, and the meaning of it is enjoying daily life, vision, and divination. So it's talking about using your intuition, okay? Don't overthink and use your intuition, all right? And this is also talking about feeling free of guilt and shame. It represents our ability also to appreciate pleasant aspects of our lives and insights. So yeah, using your intuition, basically. Pine tree is known for its sturdiness and long lifespan, and this symbolizes the importance of enjoying life and finding joy despite difficulty. Gooseberry represents the ability to enjoy little things and be aware of the natural beauties, and it also represents divination. So yeah, using your intuition. And Bea, this is the very first rune in the set. This is talking about joyful new beginnings. And you can see she's got the baby there in her hand. You know, it's a new start. It's a new beginning. And that is exactly what's coming, Pisces. this is a new phase that's coming into fruition here into your life, okay? May not be completely here in sight yet, because I see, Kanaz in reverse, but just know that it is coming. Okay, you've got the sun right here in the middle of the reading, so I mean, I know it is. And this is also talking about how change can sometimes be uncomfortable. So, things may be a little bit uncomfortable right now, Pisces, but things are moving forward and things are changing. All right? Do I need to pull anything else? I guess that's good enough for you guys, I guess, today. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces. Bye for now.